Okay, now it's time to have some fun. We're going to discuss JM's Bullion's Pop Bullion coin. This is a 1 ounce silver coin that has got some, call them serrations or whatever. It's divided in a way that you can break this into quarters. 1/4 ounce of silver. It's a way to get fractional silver. Now at the time, well, we'll go over the cost. But the reason I'm making this is 2 people have made videos out there. One person tried just hitting this with a hammer and it didn't work. And then one guy tried several different shears, side cutters, and ended up splitting it with a chisel. I do have a vise, and they show you, JM Bullion shows you a video of somebody snapping this off in a vise. So that's what we're going to try, and I'm going to see if I can do it. And yes, you cannot just do it with your bare hands. So let's discuss the price. At the time I bought this 1 ounce of silver, spot was $23.36. So each quarter at that spot, each quarter piece should be $5.84. What I paid for this, because I paid with a credit card and all that other stuff and the shipping, and I bought 4 or 5 items, I didn't hit the, it's like usually $200 or $300 they give you free shipping. So with the shipping and everything, I paid $32.22 for this, which divided by 4 comes out to $8.05. Now you can buy 1/4 ounce rounds, and they do have just the nondescript ones, their choice. And I just checked the price today. I don't know what spot, if it's changed much. But if you go to where you buy, probably get the free shipping and pay them with a check or cash. Low end is $9.66. If you buy with crypto or credit card, it's $11.10, then plus the shipping, unless you bought $200 worth of stuff. So you're making out by getting this and breaking it into 4 halves to get your $5.50 or something at a lower premium. So if you're looking for quarter ounces of gold, this is the way to go, okay? So I got this little reloading scale here, and it does have both ounces and grains on this. So now, or grams. So now grams, an ounce, a troy ounce is supposed to weigh 31,103, and we got 31.16, say. Okay, so that's pretty close. We're not going to get exact here. The reason I'm weighing this, I'm going to divide that reading by 4 and see once we break this into 4 halves what we end up with. Now we have an ounce. And I lost a weight to calibrate this. So again, this is all just relative of what we get. So I get 1.099 in terms of an ounce. Alright, so now we got our weights down, we're going to try to snap this. And I do have a vise. I have a fairly large vise, not a little vise. So let's get it in the vise and see what happens. Okay, so here's our vise. And this is a pretty substantial bench vise. I don't think it's the biggest one Harbor Freight sells. And I have some padded jaws. And we're going to try to line this up where we get a hold of this coin at the right spot and see if we can get them to snap off. Okay, so now I'm going to see. And yes, as you see, you can. If you put this in a vise, you know, there we go. we got a half. Alright? But the idea is we want to break this into quarters. So let's get it into quarters. So that worked that way. Alright, so we got the half in there. And oh yeah, now it's easy. See, that just with thumb pressure, and you wiggle it back and forth. So yes, you can break these apart with your fingers and a vise. It's, you know, I don't know, I'm used to working with metal and machinery. So let's see what we ended up with. And I'm going to leave the other one in half to see if I got a half, and if I have quarter. We'll go weigh these just for fun and see if I do have 2 quarters and a half of silver. Okay guys, so we got our pieces broke here. I left it in, 2 quarters and a half. So when we use this scale, by this scale, the full coin was 1.099. Half of it should be 0.5495. 0.5, it's close. Or 5495. It's a little on the heavy side. A quarter, or a section of this, should be 0.2747. 275. Okay. That's close to what it should be. 271. So we got 271. And 275. So 3 decimal places over. It's a little bit off. And as for the halves, 495. 451. So a little on the heavy side. So it's fairly close. I mean, really. So let's go to grams. Okay, so we had 31.16. We should have for the half 15.58. 15.62. A little on the heavy side. Alright, so for the quarters, they should be 7.79. 7.83. A hair off. 7.69. So a little bit lopsided, not quite that equal. You know, it's not, but 7.82. Yeah, one's a little bit 7.82. And this one's a little light. 7.69. So about 0.1 gram difference. So you give the light one to somebody you really ain't too fond of. So there you go, guys. That's how it broke up, you know. And it's not super precision, but I just showed you that it can be done with a vise. You can break one of these with your hand if you're careful. Just, you know, you could break these into quarters fairly easily. So I hope that answers your questions. You guys just got to have a real good vise. That's it. Alright. If you guys like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.